welcome back. How does the Disney Vacation Club work? I've been getting actually several people asking me about this, and as you guys know, I do have the Vacation Club, so wanted to share my experience with you. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Now make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and make sure you guys are leaving me a comment. Have you ever wondered about the Vacation Club and what it is that you can do? Now the first things that we're going to cover is what is the Vacation Club? Where can I travel with the Vacation Club? Can I travel outside of Disney for the Vacation Club? And price. So for one, the very first thing I mentioned with what is DVC or Disney Vacation Club is, have you ever wondered when you go to the Disneyland parks, you always see a sign that says Disney's best kept secret? Well, Disney's best kept secret is the Disney Vacation Club, or DVC. What it is, it's you pretty much own a piece of property on a certain resort, and it could be within Florida, it could be California, or it could be Aulani, Hawaii, and you own that deed for 50 years. Now, and there's a lot of really good benefits. Now, this does not get you discounts for Disney park tickets, or doesn't give you any kind of priority with stuff like that. Sometimes they do give you some perks where they say, hey, we're going to give you some fast passes, and it just depends on your rep. There's a lot of stuff that you can get. So the first thing, let's come here to explore destinations. Now, I do like that they look plans for phased reopening, exchange network update. There's stuff that they update you with constantly. So some really good information here. So it just depends on where you want to go. The Disney Vacation Club resorts, it shows you here the point system. Now, it is very similar how, again, with timeshare, you do have a point system. However, with this, it's not with most timeshares that they're like, hey, you get a week for the year. This, you could pick whenever you want to go. And if you don't use all the points that you purchased, you could take a second trip, possibly a third trip. So you could borrow points from 1 year ahead of time. Right now, they're currently doing, you could borrow half of your points for 1 year ahead. It used to be you could borrow 100%, but because of, circumstances right now in the world, they're doing half the points. So again, it totally depends on what you have. Now, of course, if you want to bring a family with you, 2 bedrooms will sleep up to 9, 3 bedrooms would sleep up to 12. If we do go to the most expensive, and if you want a ocean view room, it's going to be about 1,000 points. So that's if you're taking a lot of people with you. Now, you can save your points. Let's just say let's say this is 2021. I'm just like, I didn't travel. I'm going to save all my points from 2021 into 2022. And let's just say I had 400 points from last year and another 400 points from this year. That's 800 points. If I'm like, you know what? I want to borrow 272 points from next year. Again, depending on how many points you have, you could borrow 50%, but you could make this trip happen and you could invite 12 people with you. So that's amazing. This is how the floor plan will look like. If we're taking just a virtual view, that's how, again, like you have your kitchen, you have your living room here. You're going to have a massive bedroom, and again, just great stuff here. With most of these rooms, you do get a balcony also. So if you see the balcony here, you could do a double bed or a single bed. Here's your jacuzzi tub. Just so many things to get from here. Now, of course, the question is, can I travel? Like, where can I travel? If you come down here, Disney Vacation Club Resorts, Aulani, you got Florida. See, it says right here, Walt Disney Resort in Florida. The Bay Lake, the Boulder Ridge, the Copper Creek, Animal Kingdom. There's 2 different types. Like, look at all the resorts here. There's a Disney Hilton in South Carolina that you can go to. Old Key West, which is on the resort. I know people might think like, wait, it's in the Keys. It's not in the Keys. So tons of places here. Now for California, you got the Grand Villas at the Grand Californian, which is another amazing place. So really, really good stuff here. Now, also, since this is all the Disney Vacation Club resorts, they also have just the standard resorts, which also Aulani is included. You could stay actually in the forest. They got some cabins in Florida. You got campsites. Here's Tokyo Disney's Ambassador Hotel in Tokyo. You got one in Hong Kong. Disney Animal Lodge. Like there's so many places here that you can go to. It is insane. So of course, tons of stuff in Florida. Here's Hong Kong. Here is Paris, 2 in Paris. If you want to stay here in California, of course, they got more in California. And then of course the budget ones, the All-Star, like 8 points a night, which is great. More Tokyo resorts. And of course, we're getting into now the cruise lines. Here's the cruise lines, and you can see the points are pretty good. The points are not cheap. 323 point per person, and this is for a 7-night cruise. If you want just a shorter cruise, this 93 points for the sail. Now, this isn't per day. This is for the sail, and it's per person. So, of course, if you click on the view points chart, you'll be able to see that. And then you also have Adventures by Disney. This Adventures by Disney, this isn't, these are like excursions. This is stuff that you can do that they will book for your trip and stuff here. So Alaska, you could go to Alaska. It's 8 days and 7 nights, 693 points, where they take care of all of it. They take care of everything here. So you got your Arctic, Antarctica, your Amazon, Arizona and Utah, Australia, Barcelona, Budapest. Like this is worldwide. Like it doesn't have to be a Disney resort. They will put a package for you so that way you could stay somewhere and they will take care of all your needs and everything that you're going to want to do. Now they also have National Geographic expeditions. Same thing, Alaska, Dunabe, Ecuador, Egypt, the Greek islands, look at this, the Holy Land. Like there's so many cool things that you can do outside of the Disney resorts here. And of course you got the concierge collection. This is stuff that's not Disney owned, but these are places that they're partnered with that you can stay here. So Hawaii, Illinois, San Francisco, California, you got like Massachusetts. This thing is this endless of places that you can travel around the world. Now, let's just say you're like, hey, you know what? I couldn't find anything on here. What do I do if I want to go somewhere international? Which again, they used to call it RCI, but now they're calling it Interval International. If you do go to destinations and click on Interval International, it will give you a map of all the places that you can go to. So just to get an idea, here is the vacation type with reservation windows and when the window closes. Now with some of the member benefits, this is a huge one. If you do come here to offer and you go to just member benefits, you got shopping, events, dining, tickets, tours, all types of stuff here. So there's about 367 results. So if we go just to dining, 10% off on some of these places. So you tell them you're a DVC club, you show them your thing, your card, and you're good. If you do events and experiences, again, $10 on tickets for some of the stuff. You got $2 for beach chairs. Like you get some discounts on some of it. Now, when it comes to tickets and tours, I know this is going to be a big one because people are wondering like, well, what if I want tickets to go into the parks? So you can get backstage stuff at Epcot, 15% off on tours, Disney after hours. There's like a lot of stuff here. Look, Disney cross country 5K fun run. This is awesome. $5 on registration with code, which is great. The only thing that you won't get, people will say, well, what about discounts on tickets to come in? They won't do that. Like I haven't seen anything like that here yet. That doesn't mean it might not come in the future. So just to give you an idea of how much it is per points, because people are going to wonder, well, how much is it? Let's just say 160 points will be about 20 grand. That's 160 points that you get every year for 50 years. And depending on where you go, you're going to get your money back probably between the fifth, depends. It's either the 5th or 7th vacation trip. So if you do get let's just say you buy in Florida, you can travel to Aulani. The difference is the window to book changes. So you get 11 months to your home resort. So wherever your home resort is, so I have 2 of them. I purchased one in Aulani and then I purchased another one in Florida. So because I have 2 of them, I could choose which I have 2 windows. So it's 11 months wherever your home resort is. Or if it's not your home resort, then it is 9 months, which is still pretty good. You know, a lot of people like to book ahead of time. Some people book 6 months. I would recommend when it comes to these resorts, you should book definitely a minimum of 9 months. As soon as your window opens, you should be like looking into it. Just like a car payment, you'll pay $400, $500 a month for the next 4 or 5 years, whatever your plan is, you could set that up, and you'll pay a little bit at a time per month until it's paid in full, and then you're good for 50 years. If you pay it right off the bat, say boom, here it is, then again, you're set. You're set for 50 years. So some of these resorts do get a little bit pricey. And when you do look into it, the first thing I tell everybody is go look at Aulani and see how much the price is per night for a 1-bedroom. So just to give you some content, so that way you realize how expensive this is, right now they have spring offers, save up to 20% off on 5 nights. So I'm doing the exact same time frame. I'm going to do that 1-bedroom villa with an ocean view. So for that room, you're looking at $8,296. Let that one sink in. $8,000 for 1 week on your first trip. Now, if you do that same trip, you won't be, actually, you should be able to do it again the following year, because you'll still have 200 points and you're going to have to borrow another 100 points to get that room. You're looking at a little bit over $16,500. Which again, if you're paying for $20 grand, as soon as you take the third trip, you pretty much broke even. On the fourth trip, not even, it's on the third trip, you're looking at about 24. Well, I guess with taxes, let's just say the third trip calls you even. The fourth trip, all the way to the 50-year mark, you're done. If you're taking one trip a year like this, where you're like, I'm going to stay at this resort, then you're good. And you'll still have extra points. And again, it just depends on how much points you're spending. I know this is a lot of information here to take in, but leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment. I will try to help you guys out as much as I can. It guarantees that you will be going on vacation if you are that type. And the great thing about it is, if you can't go on vacation and you're just like, I don't want my points to expire because I held on to them for a year and I can't go, you could actually send somebody on vacation. So there's a lot of things that you can do. There's also maintenance fees that I didn't mention. Maintenance fees is just for your toiletries, electricity, like stuff that you would normally pay for a house. You would have to pay for this, and it's not much. I think it's like maybe $50, maybe $50 a month, or $100 a month. I forget what it is. But again, you're claiming it again as a second home, and this is stuff that you'll have to talk to your tax guy how it works. But they do give you a tax form, and you just pass it over to them, and then your tax guy will take care of it. But let me know what you guys think. I've been using this thing now for 10 years, and I went to Hong Kong with it. I've been to Tokyo. I've been to Florida maybe like 6 times already. I've stayed here in California maybe like 2 or 3 times. This thing has paid for itself more, like several times already than what I've actually paid for it. So let me know what you guys think. Try to hook you guys up with some good stuff. This is some great program to get into. And yeah, you guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.